While a double murder and kidnapping happened here over a decade ago, firefighters on scene tell me that they don't think this fire is connected to those crimes. Police are still investigating what happened in this house behind me here in Manchester after neighbors reportedly heard several gunshots and panicked this afternoon. Manchester police had guns drawn before taking away 2 people in handcuffs. Investigators are on scene once again today in Plainville trying to figure out why this plane went down yesterday morning. Pilot Donald Ekberg of Burlington died on impact. Crashing just yards away from a group of condos, neighbors sprang into action as the chaos unfolded. The city of Greensboro is asking for public input as they plan for the next 20 years. I'm Courtney Wallen, and coming up, what the community is looking for the future of Greensboro. Convenience is key, and that's why so many big box stores like Sears and Macy's are going out of business. But like many shopping centers, here at Cameron Village, they're looking for new ways to appeal to shoppers. Search, click, delivered. Shopping is that simple when you do it online. And that's a big problem for the big box stores. Digital marketing strategist Melissa Ilardi says it's a question of demographics.
Obviously, younger audiences are shopping more online, and then we're seeing still kind of the older demographic in store, what they're comfortable with.
While online shopping has been a growing problem for brick and mortar stores, one-click buying just doesn't match up to in-store shopping. Online shoppers make fewer impulse buys. And then there's the question of big-ticket items.
As we're standing in front of a jeweler here next to us, you would not consider buying something like that online without putting that on your finger and testing that.
Brian Asbill, corporate marketing director of Crabtree Valley Mall, argues malls still have a place in today's digital world.
While it is very convenient to shop at home, there's also still that area of apparel and other things where you want to see it and feel it and touch it.
I love what I call iBuying. You know, I walk, I look. If I like it, I get it. If I don't, just keep right on going.
Shopping centers are not just for shopping anymore. For example, Crabtree Valley Mall already has ideas for the Sears that closed. According to Asbill, the space could house a theater, hotel, office space, or residential units in the future. As for the rest of the mall,
everybody's getting smarter about how to align that online presence with that brick and mortar store.
More shoppers are using what Asbill calls multi-channel integration.
Someone comes in the store and they're looking for a particular product, and they're able to go online and to go ahead and to make that sale while someone's in the store, and then it's shipped directly to their home. So you get kind of the convenience of both worlds. And that collaboration benefits both digital and traditional stores, which many retailers call a win-win. It seems malls are rising to the challenge and fighting to stay. Back to you, Madison.
Courtney Wallen, live in Raleigh. Thank you.
All eyes are on these young soccer players being rescued from a cave in Thailand. Professional divers have taught the boys how to dive through the narrow caverns. Today, 8 boys are out safely, while 4 boys and their coach still await rescue.
Everybody's waiting, because we know one Navy SEAL already died. So we know how dangerous it is.
If my kids were under there, it would be whatever it takes to get them out.
For more than 2 weeks, the boys have had limited oxygen, food, and fresh water, leading to severe dehydration and weakness. Connecticut doctors say that these kids can come down with a dangerous cave disease.
What cave disease is a fungal disease called histoplasmosis. It's an infection that can be transmitted by bats.
These kids still have a long road ahead of them. As each boy emerges out of the cave, they're getting medical attention on a special reserved floor of the hospital.
The first thing is make sure they're hydrated, make sure they're warm, because they could be suffering from hypothermia. And that's going to be the very first thing, is getting them medically stable. But long term, there's going to be a whole bunch of other potential complications they could be dealing with, both physical and mental.
The 8 who have been rescued so far are said to be in good spirits. Courtney Wallen, NBC Connecticut News.
It's 3 o'clock on the dot once again, and the school day has ended. If parents are still at work, where do their kids go, and how do they get there?
Here at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club of High Point, we focus on youth services. So we do after-school care, which does homework help. We feed them a solid meal, and then we do character development classes that's in keeping with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
The Salvation Army has 3 new school buses that carry 30 kids each. and they worked hard to get them for the Boys and Girls Club of High Point. These buses will get the students from school to the Boys and Girls Club for the program.
It took an entire community to make this happen. Initially, it started with a grant with the Community Foundation, which we were blessed to get. Their seating company stepped up and donated the seats, and didn't just donate lap belts, but they gave us harnesses, so our kids are extremely safe now.
Kids will come here every day after school, sometimes as late as 7 p.m., waiting for parents to pick them up.
But the important thing is that we're also in line with the Salvation Army's Center of Hope. So all of our children that are going through our women and family shelter get to come here and have this consistency of an after-school program so their parents can do what they need to do to get back on their feet.
The Salvation Army is making improvements, but they always need a helping hand.
I think our next big project is probably going to be our gym. Our gym the floor is horrible, it's old, it's a big space, but it needs a lot of work to make it updated.